Imagine a civilization so ancient, so mysterious, that its stories are still whispered across the sands of time. A world where pharaohs ruled as gods, massive pyramids touched the skies, and the Nile was not just a river, it was the lifeblood of an empire. Today, we are diving into the entire history of ancient Egypt. Our story begins over 5,000 years ago. The Nile River, flowing like a silver thread through the desert, was more than just water. It was survival, transportation, and a source of endless inspiration. Around 3100 BCE, Upper and Lower Egypt were united under the first pharaoh, Narmer. Think of him as the CEO of a company, but instead of a boardroom, he had the entire Nile Valley at his command. This was the start of the early dynastic period, the foundation of what would become one of history's greatest civilizations. People began building the first impressive tombs called mastabas, precursors to the pyramids we all know today. Next comes the Old Kingdom, known as the Age of the Pyramids. If ancient Egypt were a blockbuster movie, this would be the epic scene with massive set pieces, the pyramids of Giza. The most famous pharaoh of this era was Khufu. He commissioned the Great Pyramid, the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing. Imagine building a structure so precise, with millions of limestone blocks, without cranes or modern machinery. Today, engineers still scratch their heads. The Old Kingdom was not just about tombs. It was about power and organization. Pharaohs were seen as gods on earth, and society revolved around supporting them. But like any empire, it was not immune to challenges. Famines and political strife eventually led to the First Intermediate Period, a time of chaos and regional rule. After centuries of disorder, the Middle Kingdom emerged, a period often called Egypt's Classical Age. It was like a reboot of civilization, with stronger government, new art, and literature that still resonates today. Pharaohs now focused not just on the afterlife, but also on improving the lives of their people with better irrigation, new settlements, and literary works that offered advice on living wisely. Basically, the ancient equivalent of self-help books. But peace was fragile. Invaders from the north, known as the Hyksos, eventually conquered parts of Egypt, bringing new technologies like the horse-drawn chariot. The Egyptians would adapt, learn, and ultimately reclaim their land, leading to the next golden era. Enter the New Kingdom, the era of fame, power, and larger-than-life personalities. Think of it as ancient Egypt's Hollywood moment. Pharaohs like Hatshepsut, the rare female ruler, and Thutmose III, the military genius, expanded Egypt's influence far beyond the Nile. Then came Akhenaten, who tried to rewrite Egyptian religion by worshipping a single god, a radical move that would shock the ancient world. And who could forget Tutankhamun? Though he became pharaoh at just 9 years old, his tomb, discovered over 3,000 years later, gave us a golden glimpse into the opulence of this age. The New Kingdom also left behind some of the most iconic monuments, the colossal temples of Luxor and Karnak, and the rock-cut wonders at Abu Simbel. Egypt was not just powerful, it was an artistic and architectural powerhouse. But nothing lasts forever. After the New Kingdom, Egypt entered a period of slow decline. Internal conflict, economic troubles, and foreign invasions chipped away at the empire. The Libyans, Nubians, Assyrians, and Persians all took turns ruling parts of Egypt. It was a time of constant change, a reminder that even the greatest civilizations face challenges. Finally, in 332 BCE, Alexander the Great arrived, ushering in the Hellenistic period and the famous Ptolemaic dynasty, ending millennia of pharaonic rule. Cleopatra VII would be the last pharaoh, marking the close of ancient Egypt's independent era. So why does ancient Egypt still captivate us today? It is more than just pyramids and mummies. Ancient Egypt gave us writing, monumental architecture, complex religion, and insights into human society that shaped future civilizations. Every statue, every tomb, every hieroglyph is a window into the dreams, fears, and ambitions of people who lived thousands of years ago. And somehow their story still speaks to us across millennia. From humble villages along the Nile to towering pyramids that defy time, ancient Egypt reminds us that humanity's capacity for creativity, organization, and belief in something greater than ourselves is timeless. And maybe, just maybe, that is why the sands of Egypt will keep whispering their secrets forever. If you enjoyed this journey through 5,000 years of history, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know which part of ancient Egypt you would like to explore next.